folks, and welcome to week 13. As you notice, there's no fancy background. I don't deserve red curtains this week. I deserve my downstairs with all the Christmas crap loaded all over the place so I can't walk through the house. Boxes, bags, wrappers and tags, and things that I wouldn't even want to talk about. But what I do want to talk about is why I'm wearing a Utah Jazz throwback John Stockton jersey tonight to give you the lock around the clock. It's because I'm going to kick you off this Friday night with what I call "You Got Nothing Else Better to Do But Swill Beer and Gamble" game at 10:30. It's the Jazz and the Mavericks. Now the Mavericks are on the road. They're 6-1 away, and Utah is very strong. They're 8-3 at home. Always a strong team at home. They won 7 in a row, and so did the Mavericks. So something's got to give. More than likely, Cuban's underwear when he gets on that treadmill. But in this case, let's stick with the game. Look for Deron Williams to just lights out, pass and distribute the ball. Look for Millsap, look for Franco, look for Karolenko, all those guys. I know they got a bunch of Russian guys, but they play well together. Jerry Sloan, the longest tenured professional coach to this point, currently, 21 years there with the Utah since I've been watching them, has always made it above 500. Has always gotten into the playoffs. They missed 2 years, and that was a rebuilding stage between Malone and who they have now, Deron Williams and Boozer when he was there. But don't worry, they're only laying 4. Dallas has major problems against teams with exceptional guards like Deron Williams. They're playing 5 games at home, the Jazz. This is game 3. They won the first 2. Look for them to finish strong in this rivalry game. Nowitzki's going to get his points, but that's all they have. They defend very well, the Jazz. Lay the 4 in Salt Lake City at the Delta Center or whatever the hell they call it now. I forget. But go for the Jazz. Throw it back, baby. NBA, ESPN, 10:30. Now on to the 1 o'clock lock for the lock around the clock on Sunday. Green Bay is playing in the 1 o'clock game against San Fran. They're laying 9.5. San Fran not only lost Frank Gore Monday night, who was basically responsible for over 50% of their offense. Westbrook, his backup, is now hurt, as he usually was in Philly, although when he was in Philly and he was hurt, he still played well. But look for him and Dixon to be splitting carries. Not as effective, possibly, as Gore might have been, especially in Green Bay in the cold weather. Short week. Green Bay's been sitting back, ready to go. Aaron Rodgers is going to light up that defense. They've been playing lights out. They've been playing like the team we thought they were early on in the year. Defense has stepped it up big time. Look for them to hold down San Fran and that anemic offense that they have, whether it's Alex Smith, whether it's Troy Smith. Crabtree probably will get in the end zone a little bit. I wouldn't worry about it, though. Green Bay is going to win this by 14 or more at home. Lay the 9.5. That's the 1 o'clock lock. 4 o'clock lock, we got the Rams at Arizona. Beautiful matchup, right? Love that NFC West. A 7-9 team may win the division, may make the playoffs. Horrible when it happens. They should just disqualify the whole entire division. But anyway, let's get on to the game, and it's going to exist if we got to play it. It's the Rams laying 3.5 at Arizona. Arizona is beautiful, and it's sunny, and it's always sunny in beautiful Arizona, except for inside because they play in a dome, so they will be inside. Bradford plays in a dome. Bradford plays well in a dome. His home is a dome. Go with Bradford. He's the only quarterback on the field that Sunday. Look for him to keep passing to Amendola, Laurent Robinson, who's been emerging and playing well. Look for Amendola, like I said, Gibson, to spread the ball out. And don't forget, 830-plus yards this year, Steven Jackson. Look for him to mow down the grass, bust into the end zone, and take it to the house a couple times. Look for the Rams to win this by double digits over Arizona, in Arizona, laying the 3.5. That's the 4 o'clock lock. On to the 8 o'clock lock. And as usual, there's only one game 100% of the time at 8 o'clock on Sunday night. And it's not even 8 o'clock, it's 20 after 8. It's the game you can't wait all day for. And it's the Baltimore Ravens at home playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. You saw the game earlier in the season. I think it was October 3rd. It was the day before my birthday. Baltimore won a last-second pass to Houshmandzadeh in the end zone at the big catch-up bottle and beat the Steelers without Roethlisberger at home, barely, but they did win. Look for that to continue. The Ravens have been playing much better. Flacco has got his game more under control. Look for them to have a great game. down in Baltimore this week, where it's a very tough place to play. I've been there to watch my Raiders lose about 5 times already. It's not pleasant, and it's always scary when you got a guy wearing purple and pink screaming and yelling at you like an Eagles fan. That's the way they are down there. Beautiful stadium if you get to go. Don't wear your colors unless you really want to get into it with somebody, and if you do, you'd paint face like I did. Anyway, take Baltimore, lay the 3, look for them to roll. There might even be a wedding there because Rice will be all over the field that night. Look for him to bounce back. Look for Flacco to have a great game. Too many offensive weapons. Pittsburgh, Big Ben's got a sore wheel, supposedly a cracked foot. He's been in a boot. Don't like that. Not good information, although they did play well without him. They're playing a different kind of team here at a different time of the year. Baltimore at home, later stages, November, December, going into the playoffs, very tough. They're looking to win that division. Look for Ray Lewis to have play with killer instinct, like jumping out of a limo and stabbing somebody to death and then getting back in and saying it wasn't him. He is going to murder that offense for Pittsburgh. Trust me, they're at home. This is the kind of game they feast on. And the Steelers, just so you know, teams that they've beaten, my Raiders, the Bills, Cincinnati, Miami, Cleveland. Cleveland's not that bad of a team, but they're not that good yet. Pittsburgh's still a couple notches above. And they beat Tampa Bay early on in the season when Tampa really wasn't clicking yet. But they're not such good teams. The teams that are above 500, they've had problems with this year. Look for Pittsburgh to drop the game, Baltimore to cover the 3.5. And until next week, take that money, roll it up, and take this.